Hello everybody, this is Kurt with the Naked Kurt Experience, and I'm back. I don't know why I did a pause, but I felt like doing a pause, so I did one. Today, which is actually literally probably a couple minutes as you can see from the last video, I like doing back-to-back videos of this. It's so much fun. I have the time. It's entertaining to do it early in the morning. Gets me awake and ready for my day. So today, for this video specifically, I'm going to actually go ahead and level up my Gem of Ease a little bit more. So we're going to have to say goodbye to the Demon Hunter, even though he's a very fun build, he's really entertaining, and get to my heavy hitter. The reason why is because I'm going to do probably one more video today after this one. The video I'm going to do after this one is going to entail leveling up a Barbarian or Crusader, depending on how I feel. The way I can do that, though, the only way I can do that is if I make sure that I can get that Gem of Ease level up a little bit higher, just so I get better bonus experience. The reason why I want better bonus experience, obviously, is because if I'm going to be solo leveling, since Nick won't get on, if I'm going to solo level a new character, that Gem of Ease will help the higher the level is because you get a lot of bonus experience. Right now, as it sits, with it being ranked 25, killing one monster in a Field of Misery leveled up my Demon Hunter when I was leveling my Demon Hunter from level 1 to level 6 in one hit of a normal enemy. So, I'm figuring if I can get it to at least rank 30, maybe 32, I could actually probably level up a Barbarian or a Crusader to maybe level, I don't know, 8 or 10 in one hit with an enemy, and maybe get them up to level 30 in less than an hour, level 40 even maybe, and I want to get that on camera. Maybe take like a 30-minute video or so, leveling up a Crusader or Barbarian, to show why the Gem of Ease is literally the go-to leveling mechanic if you're solo leveling. If you're two-player leveling, it's ridiculous to do that on your own, because two-player leveling essentially means that, I would take my level 70 character like this, go through a Greater Rift or a Rift on T6, with your character, and then your character stands at the beginning of the level while my character runs through and kills everything, and you're already level 40 within 10 minutes. So in this case, because the Gem of Ease is at rank 25, I want to be at least over a Greater Rift 35 to make sure that I can get a good couple of level ups. If I could get up to 40 and beat a 40, I could level it up past 30, I think, with 100% accuracy every time. So we'll see. Right now I'm a little bit rusty with this character because I haven't... Oh, I got a 39. I'm a little bit rusty with this character because I haven't been playing it a couple days. So forgive my lackadaisical clicking and my piss-poor management of my dashing strike charges. It's just because I haven't been playing him the past couple days. Okay, wave 40 should give me like a rank 36 or 7, I think. I'm not sure. We will see. Shh, phone. What? I thought It doesn't matter. I mean, I have to wait anyway. I always do that. Okay, 37. I forget solo's a little bit different. So let me see. If I'm doing 37, I probably don't need spirit guards. I mean, it'll help, but I could probably get away with using the Nemesis bracers I have, even though they're not optimal. I have the Bane of the Trapped on here, I have the Bane of the Powerful, and I have a Molten Wildebeest Skizzard. I might switch out Bane of the Powerful real quick to an Esoteric Alteration, maybe. Even an Ice Blink, because I am doing cold skills. Ice Blink would be a good idea. Nah, it's fine. Oops. Yep. Alright, I mean, I could also use the Gogaku Swiftness just to get that cooldown reduction. It's only 86%, it's not at 100. I'm going to leave it as it is. This has seemed to work for me very well in the past. 37 shouldn't be too hard. 39 is my record. 38 was my old one. 39 wasn't actually too hard to beat. I actually beat it with pretty good time to spare. I didn't really take too much damage to nearly die, so let's hope that this works the same way, shall we? But, I mean, I obviously don't need to go through too much because I've already talked about this build before. You guys know how it works. I don't need to be all, this is how this works, this is how you should do this. because you've already seen it in one of my old videos. Basically, you're just coming along for the ride while I do these and level up the Gem of Ease. Oops. So that revive that corpse is already a bad thing. I didn't want to have one of those until way later in the level, but he keeps fucking spawning those orbs. Okay, cool. I killed all of his elite pack buddies. Oh, the other reason why I'm not doing too well either is because I'm stuck on the way that my Demon Hunter plays, and I was holding shift. Jeez. I probably should have put on, or left on my other bracers, actually. I'm taking a pretty good amount of damage. And I still can't maintain my dashing strike very well. I'm doing pretty piss poor on that, too. Yep. Alright. Ooh, what are you, buddy? Power pylon? Okay, that'll work. That'll help a lot. Alright, there's a lot of kills right there. Come here, you gotta pick you up. So now I'm just trolling for an elite pack, hopefully. There's an elite pack right there. Sweet. If I can maintain my Taiguk as long as possible, then I can Taiguk. My Ingam proc as long as possible. Oh, I missed some of his minions. Oh yeah, this is a really good way to show you. So as you can see, because I'm using a Bane of the Powerful, as you can see when it resets, right when that Bane of the Powerful's timer gets a little bit over a quarter, that's when my Ingam's proc runs out. So that's what I'm watching to ensure that I don't overdo my attacks. And it works really well. I mean, if you don't have a Bane of the Powerful, obviously there's no really easy way to do it without maybe making up some other thing with maybe your rings or something. But you're always reprocking those, so I don't know. Actually, the funny thing about this is Tusk Bogans are actually very dangerous in Greater Rifts. So I got a pretty bad roll. Like, they can actually murder me with one of their charges in maybe 1 or 2 hits. I like I said in one of my other videos when I was playing this, I'm pretty sure I could have sworn that there was something about an in-game mechanic that makes it so you cannot be one-shot no matter what. That it would take technically 2 shots to kill you. But I'm not really so sure. I mean, it feels like I've been one-shot multiple times in this game before, so that could be a little horse shit. So don't quote me on that. For the most part, though, what I was saying is that the friggin' Tusk Bogans do a lot of damage. So as you can see, I didn't get a lot of damage off on him with my Ingam procced up long enough. Usually the way you want to do that before you spawn the Greater Rift Guardian, you want to make sure that maybe, hopefully, you find an elite pack to murder before he spawns. That way your Ingam's procced and you can spam away as long for at least the 8 to 10 seconds, whatever your Ingam has in terms of the seconds you have. Or the 15 seconds, I mean. That way you can try to maintain the maximum amount of damage that you can do. Typically, if I can get an elite pack kill right when the Rift Guardian spawns, around this level, I could probably get him over a quarter, almost half health, if I get some really good damage off on him before the timer runs out for my Ingam. In this case, I barely got him a quarter because it was already halfway dead before then, so. Oh, a shield. That's totally worthwhile. Pledge a Chaldeum, a lidless wall, and the gem I don't need. So, oh, a mace, I mean. I missed the mace almost. Got another Sunkeeper. So because this is 37, I can just go ahead and upgrade the gem, go down my Gem of Ease that I have upgraded already. 100% chance. And now it should be 90, I think. No, 100. 100 still, okay. Cool. Got it up to rank 28. I guess my plan is to get it to maybe 34 or so. So we have 2 more rifts to go if I want to get it that high. Yay. Yay. That's way too little damage, so I'm just going to go ahead and break them all down. The other good news is while I'm doing this too, it's really good that I can get the time to do this because I was running stupid low on legendaries, or on Forgotten Souls. I know I have a lot in my box, so like, Kurt, you stupid asshole, why don't you just break down a bunch of stuff you already aren't using? Well, I like saving a lot of them because I think if I do for a Satyr build, I have the Blood Brother here that already has a 10% damage, reduces all resource costs. I would just reroll Dex to damage or to Strength with him, or I have this Maximus too, which is a little bit less damage because it doesn't have 10% damage buff, but it still does a shitload of damage without that. I keep weapons around. Obviously, monk builds that I want to try. I keep some of these weapons around that I could re-roll for my Crusader or Barbarian that I want to make. Not that. That. So in keeping those, it actually makes it a little bit easier for me to not have to go and build some crap one that I won't use. I could possibly build something that I'll use for a while. And for a Crusader, a Blood Brother actually seems like a very viable choice for a starter weapon. Until I get like the new meta that's out, which I'm not really sure what the meta is for in Crusader anymore. It used to be the Pony Express build where all you did was Stampede every time. So in between this video and the next video, I will be sure to look that up, just so I can see what the new meta is. Typically speaking, I mean, obviously I've never done it before because I always seem to be behind. I always seem to not grind enough every season. This one seems to be a little bit different. This is pretty good for me for grindability. But I want to see if I can actually get onto at least the top 1,000 leaderboard. So for the monk, that's, I think, Greater Rift 47 or even 48 nowadays. So usually I do look up the meta, the best build for Greater Rifts and Greater Rift laddering. So if you're curious, none of these builds I came up with on my own. They've been proven already. People learn them in the PTR before the new patch even comes out. So if you want, optimal builds, go and look on the leaderboards. I know for a fact that, since a lot of people that play the leaderboards play this game a lot as well, they grind a lot, their builds change every day. So you might not get to see the type of weaponry and armor that they were using when they got their Greater Rift level done. But for the most part, you can see the general basis of what they had. And if you just Google the build you're looking for, a lot of the time on Diablo fans and stuff, those kinds of websites, they have the builds set up. And a lot of people have their build when they did do the Greater Rift up on there for everybody to look at. So I can do a 41 again. That should be okay. This time, so that I don't die at all, I'm not going to use my Nemesis Bracers. I will use the Spirit Guards just to maintain my life.
Yes? Why do you keep glancing over at Kadama?
Yeah, why do you do that?
Just making sure she isn't up to anything suspicious.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, cool. Alright, here we go again. Rift 38. This time, 38 was my old record, if you remember. Said it a couple times because I'm a broken record sometimes. I apologize for that. But now, because I have Spirit Guards, this should be a much less dangerous endeavor just because the Spirit Guards proc so easily. I think the reason why my Monk is my go-to build, though, is because the annoyance of having to maintain procs down on my bar there is a lot less annoying than what it is with other builds. Like with my Demon Hunter, you have to make sure that you're hitting as much as you can and spamming your Rain of Vengeance as much as possible to ensure that you get the most DPS as possible. While the build like this, so long as you're holding down left mouse and tapping 3, occasionally tapping 2, and spamming right click whenever it's up, that's it. It's mindless behavior, but it's very fun behavior. And then your movements change as soon as you get an elite pack kill, because then you can spam 3 and 3 only while holding down the left mouse. You always hold down the left mouse for this build, of course. But it's so much more fun than a build like that where like you have to make sure you maintain everything and you have to micromanage. This one's mindless management. That's what makes this so much more fun, I guess. Also, I don't know if some of you guys watching have ever recorded videos before, but it seems to be whenever I record videos, the very first thing that happens is my head, ears, neck, throat, everything gets itchy. It always seems to happen because you're actually kind of more focused on what you're doing because you want to actually do everything correctly on camera. You know, I mean, everybody makes mistakes while they're recording. I make mistakes. We all look silly. I especially look silly. But you really, honestly, you know, it makes for a more entertaining experience because it shows we're human. But it also, you really don't want that to happen, to be honest. You want the perfect recording to go. You want the perfect amount of speaking to go. You want the perfect amount of speech to happen. I just said that. See, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You don't want to reiterate. You don't want to repeat yourself. You don't want to stop off and drop off while you're speaking a lot. You want to maintain that perfect, you know, professionalism. But it won't happen because we're all human. And because I don't have a pre-recorded script, because to me that doesn't feel like I'm talking to you guys. It feels like I'm making a video. It's not fun. The whole point of this is to be fun. So my point is that, you know, you want it to be perfect, though. You want to have a perfect recording to happen, though. So you do want everything to go right. But for the most part, you know, it doesn't. So when you get a build like this, where it's less micromanagement and more of kind of the fun, entertaining, mindless management, it's a lot easier to speak to your audience. It's a lot easier to maintain your movements. And it's a lot more fun. So that's why I think I prefer this build over my my Demon Hunter build, even though my Demon Hunter build's fun. The old build that I still want to try, the Sentry build with Marauders, I do want to try that still because back when that was still the top meta for Season 1, it was actually a lot easier to maintain in terms of mindless because you just spam sentries, fire off your elemental arrow, and that was it. Occasionally firing off your loaded for bear. I forgot what the actual thing is. I remember the rune, but just because it sounds awesome, but I don't remember what the actual thing the attack is. You just go ahead and do that, and you just go ahead and spam those attacks, and occasionally spam your heavy attacks over and over, and you do millions upon millions of damage. Or you'd switch over and use your ball lightning if you had your lightning build up with your other pieces. You'd lose a sentry, 2 sentries, but you'd gain the ability to fire unending amounts of ball lightning down a hallway. That was fun. It was mindless, and you didn't have to make sure to maintain stacks, blah, 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 blah. The new Demon Hunter, I think the Demon Hunter has the most difficult learning curve in terms of dexterity and strength builds, just because you have to maintain that ability. You have to maintain that attack. You could also, I mean, in my case, I've wanted to try them out before, but I feel like it's kind of cheesy. If you made a macro for your Demon Hunter, that'd probably also work out rather well too. Just a macro that would hold down your strafe and then occasionally click your not your multi-shot, your evasive fire for you. If you had a macro that did that, that would actually be pretty useful. But I feel it's kind of cheesy to use a macro when, you know, it doesn't feel like you're the one doing the work. It feels like, okay, I'm literally just moving the mouse around. That's it. And then occasionally clicking another letter. That was close. Okay, there's the death. I was frozen still. I couldn't do anything. That doesn't mean that I don't think the macros are good. Obviously, I have a macro keyboard. I have an ability to make macros whenever I want. I just personally don't prefer it on a game like this. In other games where you could kind of do that and make a really fun, entertaining thing out of it, sure, do it. If you do it in this game, sure, do it as well. Just, it doesn't mean that you're any better than another player. You still have to have optimal build, and you still have to have all this other stuff, of course. Just, you know, the people that buy multiple accounts and use other stuff or map hacks or anything like that, those are the people that you're like, come on, you can't just play the game the way it was meant to be played and be the best at it. The best part about that though is a lot of people that build stuff like that, just like if you play DayZ or other games, you come to find the people that use cheats get bored of the game and leave sooner rather than later anyway. And the people that are dedicated to it usually maintain the top anyway, unless if it's a game breaking glitch that nobody ever addresses or fixes in a patch. Obviously, Blizzard does that with game breaking stuff, so it's good. If you look at the leaderboards now, you can look up the people that have the leaderboards for a majority of builds. They do not use stuff like that. They play it legitimately, and they have over 1,000 Paragon points, and they play this game like it's meant to be played. They have the Greater Rift record right now. That's what it should be. All right. No, those are definitely Demon Hunter shoulders. Donut Ring. Okay, a Monster Hunter that's worthless. Raykov's Glass of Life, and a gem I don't need. Not that gem. I just told you that. Dumb lady. Okay, so it should be like a 90 now. 100 still. Wow, at a rank 30, 100 still. Okay, there's the 90. If I fail at 80%, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, no, I didn't. Oh, I forgot about all these Paragon points. I did Maximum Sphere just because I like to see that saying 50, by the way. I mean, I know the major build that most people say is to do Dexterity mostly first, but, you know, you do it how you want. That's how I'm doing it. Alright, so rank 31 is pretty good. I think what I'll do is go ahead and cut the episode off here. Um, reason being, the better choice I think would be to get the last couple levels off camera so this isn't another 30, 35-minute video. That's terrible for him. That's terrible. That's also terrible. That's also terrible. Sweet! I see that more often than not nowadays. But yeah, I'll go ahead and break the episode off here. Get the last couple levels in the Gem of Ease, or maybe just maintain it where it is. I mean, what is it at now? It's probably, what, 2,050 experience. That's pretty good. I'll do one more off camera. Get that up to as high as I can go. I'll probably fail at 60% once, at least, so... Sorry, I had to mute the mic last second there. I hope you didn't hear that. If I have perfect luck today, I can get it to rank 34. Realistically, it'll probably be a 32 or 33. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera. Thanks, guys, for watching. The next video, we will go ahead and start a Crusader or a Barbarian and level him up in 30 minutes to show you why the Gem of Ease is the best gem to have when you're leveling up a new character for the new seasons. I like to maintain that I'm not a one-trick pony. I don't do just one character. I do multiples because I like them all. That's also probably my detriment why I never get up to past Greater Rift 45 or anything like that because I never, actually stick with one build. But, screw it, right? Screw it. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.